Welcome back friends, this is Ram here and it's 53rd tutorial on JavaFX 8. In this tutorial we are going to see how to deploy a JavaFX application. So let's begin. So first of all I will rename the title. Third tutorial JavaFX application deployment. Save this. Now there are some steps to follow to deploy any JavaFX application. We need to install a Inno setup for exe installer and Wix setup for MSI installer, and these are the links for Inno and Wix installer. I have already downloaded the Inno and Wix installer and installed on my system. So this is the Inno setup and Wix setup. I have already installed it on my PC. So the next step is environment variables for the Inno setup and Wix setup. So to do that, so here is the Inno setup I have installed on C drive, program files and Inno setup. So this is the path for environment variable for the Inno setup, and this is the path similarly for the Wix setup. So this is the Wix toolset, and in the Wix toolset bin. So similarly this is on the C drive, program files, Wix toolset and bin. So this is the path for Wix setup. So come to computer and click on the properties. In the properties, click on advanced system settings and environment variable. In the environment variable, you need to add the Inno setup path and Wix setup path in the system variable path. So click on path and say edit. So in the edit environment variable pane, you need to add these two paths, that is environment variable path for Inno setup and Wix toolset. So these are the two paths I have added in the environment variable setting. So okay, so these are the settings to create a executive installer for a JavaFX application, that is Inno setup for exe installer and Wix setup for MSI installer with a setting of environment variables. Now after setting these environment variables, you must to restart your IDE if it is open to get the effects of these installers. Now open your IDE. I will rename this again, say user info app. I have changed the project name to the user info app and package to org.ramalapure.userinfo app. So user info app, this title will be appear same like a NetBeans IDE appeared on this application of NetBeans. So now I am going to add the icon like this NetBeans icon. We are going to add the icon for our application, and to do that I am going to copy icon. So we are going to set these icons this icon to our JavaFX application. So I'm going to add these two icons in the project folder and add these icons to the root folder. So these are the two icons. So we are going to use .png icon to set the icons on title bar, and this icon that is this ICO file we are going to use to create the app icon. So like the icon for the PC control panel, we are going to create the same icon for our application. So to set that icon, I'm going to say primary stage dot get icons dot add. So we are going to add an image. So new image. So we have added this user icon.png image in the root directory. So we are going to add that image as an icon. So file, so as it is in the root directory, so file colon name of the image, that is user icon.png, and semicolon. Now save this and run. So we can see that this is the icon which we have added in the root folder, and the icon appears like this with the title user info app. So the icon is always on the header bar, that is with the title user info. Now I'm going to close this. Now to deploy this application, we need to change build.xml. So in the user info app directory, we have a file named with the build.xml. So we need to add some code at the end of the build.xml, and that code is so using this code we are going to deploy the application, which included some base directory with a distribution path, that is .dir, and we are providing the titles, classes, and the jars. So these are the jars, that is user info app dot jar, and these are the library jars. Then next we have added the icon, that is we are going to add this icon to our application after installation, and save this. And there are one more settings, right? Click on properties, and in the properties we need to add some settings. Come to the build in packaging, click on compress jar file, then click on deployment and click on enable native packaging, and these are the some options that install permanently. I will click on it. add desktop shortcut and start menu shortcut. So like enabling these options, we can add a desktop as well as start menu shortcuts and can install permanently. Then after documenting, you can add these additional tags like author name and the version of the application, or you can set browser window title as well as Java options, and click on run. So this is for the standalone application, and keep all the things default as it is. Then application, so you can give the information of your application, the title, vendor name, so I will give my name. Then description, the description about your project or application, and this is the implementation version 1.0. so this will be the version of your application. Next, license header I will keep as it is default. Formatting, keep it as it is, and hints, so keep all these things as it is. To the run and say OK. After setting OK, there will be one option generated for us, so OK, and that is packages as. So when we set that properties, that will generate an option packages as, and using this option we can create exe installer or MSI installer. So I will click on exe installer. So this will going to take some time. So the deployment is done and it created .exe file for us in the following location. I'm going to open that location. So this is the root folder, and I'm going to open that location. So this is the executive file generated. Now I'm going to install this and check whether this is working or not. So we have completed all the procedures, and I'm going to install this. Install. So our application is installed, and we used icon is set as a application icon. So this is our application user info app, and when we install it, it's automatically open for the first time. So but there is one problem with the application. So when we try to log in, it's going to give an SQL error, because when we install an application, it imports a empty SQLite database. That is, initially database has not contained any user, so that's why it gives an SQL error. So I'm going to close this and show you. And the application is installed in, we can check using the user info app, and this is the path that is C users RAM Alapure app data local and user info app. So we are going to go to the properties and copy this path and open in the. So here is the location where our application is installed in the app folder. So here is the database. So and the database is empty and has a 0 KB size. So because of this empty database, we had a login problem. So we need to replace this database with the existing database or used database in the application. So I'm going to add this database from the root directory and the image icon to the installation folder. So now I have replaced the 0 KB database with the database which has the details stored, and we have added icon. Okay, now I'm going to run again this. So the icon is appeared, and now we are going to try once again. So when we add the correct database or a database with the details, it's going to work properly. So we can do the similar any operations. So what we have did is we have installed setup, Wix setup. So and these are the links. Then we have set the environment variables for and Wix. Then we have added an icon to the application. So this is the icon. Next we have added the following code in the build.xml file at the last of build.xml. So this is the code which we have added in the build.xml. Next we have right click on the project and set the properties of compiling, packaging, deployment, documenting, run applications, etc. Then on the right click of project, we found the new option package as added in the panel, and with the help of this new option package as, we can create exe or MSI installer. And after installation, a problem is because of when we install any application, it imports empty database. So we need to replace with the database that has some contents. So we replaced the database with the details of users, and we have also added an icon to the installation folder. So these are the steps for JavaFX application deployment, and I will add these steps in the description of the video. So this is the tutorial about how to deploy an JavaFX application, and if you have any query or a question about this tutorial, ask me in a comment section. or you can mail me on my email ID, that is alapureram@gmail.com. This is my email ID. And if you really found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next tutorial.